a pleasure to be sitting here with Nigel Marven. So you've been involved with the natural world for many, many years. Can you tell us sort of how you got involved in the first place and then some of the sort of highlights on your journey?
Yeah, lovely to chat to you, Esther. No, I did botany and zoology at Bristol University. People always say, how do you become a wildlife producer? So the best way is to get a degree. Cameramen have different skills, they're practical skills and everything, but most of the top producers have a degree in botany and zoology or biology. And then I got a job in the BBC Natural History unit as a worm wrangler, so I was just moving worms in front of the camera in the right direction. And then I got a job on First Eden, which was David Attenborough's series about the Mediterranean. So I was in the BBC Natural History unit, which is in Bristol, so that's the Hollywood of wildlife filmmaking. Then for some reason ITV could not get Steve Irwin programmes, and they said we need a British one, so Nigel could be the one for that. He's good at jumping on snakes and things. And then of course after that the people that made Walking with Dinosaurs saw me doing that, and that was what I'm probably most famous for, Prehistoric Park and Walking with Dinosaurs.
Yes.
But people don't know I love birds. Birds are my favourite, so I always try to get birds in films, but unfortunately the big broadcasters, National Geographic, Discovery, don't want films about birds. They want snakes and they want crocodiles and they don't want birds. So, but all of my films I always sneak birds in, for sure.
Yeah.
Penguins are different. You can do films about penguins because they're popular. Owls are different because they're like feathered cats, but if it's warblers or birds, very difficult. The broadcasters are the big predators. So.
Yeah. Makes for good viewing, I guess, in their eyes.
Well, yeah, I think they're making a mistake because there's more people, as you can see at the Global Bird Fair, which is brilliant. There's more people birding than doing anything else.
Yes.
But maybe they don't watch television. Maybe they're more out in the wild. And a programme like Springwatch only works in the UK. It doesn't work anywhere else in the world. Nobody would watch a Springwatch. It works here,
Yes.
so. We love birds, but if it was on in America or wherever, they wouldn't watch it.
No.
They like sharks and snakes.
And you mentioned penguins, so I know you have a passion for penguins, and I think you did a talk yesterday, didn't you? Just sort of about, you wanted to see all of the species you could.
Yeah, and I've seen 17. There's 18, and there may be some splits. Taxonomists do that. Add to the number of penguins, but at the moment there's 18. I've seen 17 of them, and again it came from the Global Bird Fair because I met Heritage Expeditions, who have a stand here. They're a New Zealand company that go to the sub-Antarctic islands, and I said, if we can get the money to make a film, can we come on your ship? You can also have the footage that you can use for promoting your company, and I'll be able to see my penultimate penguin, which was the Emperor. And Heritage are a great company run by conservationists, and we had a great time there. And as well as seeing the penguin, we went to the historic huts where Shackleton and all those people went, Scott's expedition. Very good.
Yes. And, so over the years, are there any sort of moments that have really stood out for you as, particular favourites?
There's so many moments in my career. I think seeing the baby grey whales in Baja, California. I did a series for Channel 5 called Whale Adventure, and we followed them on migration. I think I'm the only presenter that's been filmed with giant pandas, wild ones, in Foping Reserve in China for a series called Untamed China. Done a lot with great white sharks. I was the host of Discovery's Shark Week for many years, so we swam outside cages with white sharks, which was fun. So difficult. Well, when I do these talks at the Bird Fair, I love doing them because it reminds me of all the things that I've done. I've been so lucky with what I've done, and of course on top of that, whenever I do a filming trip, I stay on for a couple of days and go birding. So I've seen a lot of the world's birds, not because I'm rich, not because I'm an excellent birder, but because I've been lucky enough to go to the places where you see them. And now I do. It's a great company called The Birdway that's here. Again, I met them at the Global Bird Fair, and I do trips to Costa Rica with those. And I've never been to Madagascar, so I'm doing a big trip with Rock Jumper, another company that's here on the 1st of November, to see all, as well as the birds. There's 6 unique families of birds on Madagascar, but lemurs as well. So no, but some very exciting, still things to come, exciting things to come.
No, I'm sure. And is there anything that you haven't done so far that you would really love to? Obviously, you've got projects ahead, but is there anything?
Lots of things, but I mean, obviously I have done quite a lot, but I've never been to Bhutan. I'd like to go to Bhutan and see that. That's a lovely environment. I've never been to Ethiopia. I'd like to see gelada baboons and Simian wolves. So, yeah, but lots of things I have done, and I must say, you know, certainly on a lovely sunny day now, England is a lovely place to be anyway. So I've got an addiction to travel, which I need to cut down a bit.
Yes. Can you see yourself ever stopping, or is it something that you're always?
No, I'll still do it, but I think I'll, you know, at the moment I spend 9 months away. I'll maybe spend 6 months away and then 4 months away. So I quite like being in it. I've got lots of pets which I'd bring to the bird fair, as you know, reptile pets, big lizards and snakes, and you know, I like spending time with them. Yes.
And have there been any difficulties or challenges that you've had over the years that particularly, you know, you remember?
Not really, no. It's all, you know, we obviously do a lot of research before we go. We work with local people. I mean, I don't go to the countries and find the snakes myself or the birds. We feature those people in the films. So I'm just trying to think. No, I sort of think I have the luck of the devil. So if we go to film something, we usually manage to find it. And because I'm the producer as well, I can work out different stories. I'm not ringing somebody up and saying, "Oh, can we have this frog in the film?" If I want the frog in the film, we have the frog in the film. So, So I'm lucky in that regard. So I can always, you know, fill a film.
Yes, fantastic. And how far do you plan ahead? So you've got sort of Madagascar. What beyond that?
Well, I'm doing a film in Bangladesh. So filming-wise, a film in Bangladesh, a film in Slovakia, maybe another series of 10 Deadliest Snakes. And then in terms of tours, I'm doing an amazing mammal watching tour in Costa Rica with the Birdway next year, and Madagascar, as I said, with Rock Jumper in November. Then I'm going on a world cruise where I lecture about wildlife with a company called Azamara. So that's not a wildlife company, but I like travelling with them. They go to some nice destinations. So as you can tell, I still haven't given up this addiction for travelling. But maybe after next year, 2027 maybe.
Yes, but there's just so much to see, isn't there?
Yeah, no, there is. Yeah.
Yes. So what is your favourite animal, or is it reptiles? Is it
Yeah, reptiles are my first love, but obviously I love birds now. If I could be an animal, I'd like to be a peregrine falcon. I think we'd all like to fly. That's our superpower, but I'm vegan, so I wouldn't like eating pigeons. So I'd have to be the only vegan peregrine around.
Yes.
No, I mean, I love them all. I mean, we've just done a film in Slovakia, and there's a frog there called a moor frog, and it's brown for most of the year except for 3 days in spring when it turns bright blue. And I've never seen that before. Always wanted to see it, and we managed to go there. They're rare. We couldn't find it in Slovakia, so we hopped over the border into Hungary, and we'll say that in the film because it's a good conservation story, or it's people need to know that they need conserving. But they turn bright blue, a tropical sky blue frog in Europe. So, which I'm going to is in my talk tomorrow. Actually, there's a clip of that frog tomorrow in my talk on the Osprey stage at midday.
Do you know why that is? It changes.
They get more chance for a mate.
Right.
Bluer they are, the better chance they have of mating.
So just for that short period.
Yeah, so just 3 days. Yes. So it's amazing thing.
And that's it. You must have found out so much about different species of animals and reptiles and insects and birds.
And there's always something new. My friend Roger, who's here, he's looking into ladybirds this year. Is 56, around 56 in the UK, seen 26, and if I was on Who Wants to Be a Millionaire and somebody had said to me, what do ladybirds feed on? aphids and plants, I'd have said aphids only and lost the £1 million. But there's 4 species that feed on plants. So
Yes.
I didn't know that. So there's always amazing things
Yes,
that you
there's
can
always-
learn about animals and
Always
nature.
something new, yes, yeah. Which keeps you going, doesn't it?
Yeah,
That sort of
no,
passion
absolutely.
alive for it. So,
Yeah,
yes.
absolutely. We're never gonna run out of things to film for sure.
No. Okay, well, thank you very much, Nigel. It's been a pleasure to talk to you, and thanks for coming back and taking the time. With us.
No,
So,
thanks. It's lovely to see you and see you all at the Global Bird Fair next year.
Yes,
and
yeah.
doing an amazing talk about my best friend's an owl. I've got a pet owl called Digger, so I've got lovely clips of film of him, and you can see Digger, my burrowing owl, on my social media at Nigel Marven and Nigel Marven Official on Instagram. So see you there. Speak to you again next year,
Thank you
Esther.
very much.